are found in all nations, and our greatness is second to none. Our history for art speaks for the land. Rich culture, stories of heroes, legacies forever be. Beautiful and oh, glorious and oh, you're the heartbeat of Nigeria. Beautiful and oh, glorious and oh, stars are singing over you. You're the land people dream to be. Unite and stand with each other. Forgive and let it go. Together we can stand, come what may, and our future lies in us. Teach our children to teach their children what our fathers taught. To fear and love the Creator, only then shall we succeed. Beautiful and oh, glorious and oh, you're the heartbeat of Nigeria. Beautiful and oh, glorious and oh, stars are singing over you. You're the land people dream to be.
Yes, thank you very much, Edo people from across the world. This is Edo State at 30 Diaspora Global Celebrations. And of course, if you are joining us, all we ask you to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the moment, because we're going to take a tour, around the globe. And of course, pick events and happenings all around, put together by Edo people to mark this very day. If you've been following, yesterday actually, made it 30 years that Edo State was created. Of course, at some point, Tony Agbansebafe is going to lead us into a brief history of the Edo State we have today. Edo State is 30 years, and it's worth celebrating. And the governor of Edo State did flag up the process yesterday by, of course, giving a speech and, of course, planting, a tree, to symbolize a lot that, that we are looking, forward to as far as the future of Edo State is concerned. We are not alone. We have a lot of people, eminent personalities, people who have been making contributions towards the development of Edo State. They are here. They'll be talking about, Edo State of yesterday, the Edo State of today, and of course, the Edo State that we hope to build for tomorrow. My name is Comrade Lamte Igbawusa Oriahi. And before much ado, I want to quickly, first and foremost, hand the baton over to one who has been working so hard to put this whole event together. Many of us, as our private quarters, we call her woman leader. She's done so much, sleepless nights to see that the Edo diaspora community, come together for the progress and development of Edo State. She's not other but Dr. Loretta Ogboroko, who, by the grace of God, coincidentally, is having a birthday today. And I want to start, by bringing her on and by saying, happy birthday and big congratulations to you, my sister, woman leader, Dr. Loretta Ogboroko. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Comrade Lamte Oriahi. I am truly, truly humbled. The words you have used to describe me, I'm looking around, looking for the person actually, but I'm the only one here. So thank you so much. When you say I have not slept, so have you all. All of you have worked so hard. And I want to particularly start by thanking Governor Godwin Noelase Obaseki. The reason I'm thanking him is because when you have an enabling environment, when you have a visionary leader, that is when men and women like you and me can justify our sleeplessness. Because we know we have someone who has come to understand the intricacies of what the diaspora brings, we are delighted to miss sleep, to work hard. I say a big thank you to all of you across the globe, particularly, I cannot even start this speech without mentioning my brother in the house, Osaze Ero. You know, Osaze Osenige Ero was the person who actually brought pizzazz. So a lot of things, culture, arts, tourism, but especially diaspora affairs in Edo State. So, sir, the house would actually grant me pardon for singling you out, but I think you have earned it. And you do need to be described in this way, not because I'm patronizing you, but because there is evidence to show that you have earned it. Without much ado, I want to say that these 30 years of Edo State should be seen as healing time, as celebration time. And each time I listen to that anthem that was played, I actually sing it and say the words. And yesterday, just like I said, a few things always hit me. One, it says somewhere in one of the stanzas, it says, our treasures are found in all nations. And then it also said towards the end, it says, unite and stand with each other, forgive and let go. And then it says somewhere, teach our children to teach their children. You see, if you look at that song, it epitomizes what we are doing at 30. And for me, I have always said it, that Edo State being 30 years old is not a finite point, but it's a start point. It is the time we have come to insight and an awakening that we have to take ourselves to the next level. It is the time when we have decided that we are going to heal our land and put all things away. Everything that divides us is going to be put away. And it's the time to focus on those things that unite us. As the diaspora of Edo State, there is no gainsaying our importance, not just in Edo State, but in the entire country. I was reading recently in my work in law and criminology with special emphasis on trafficking, that the remittances into Nigeria, you hear those big figures, but Edo State contributes a significant amount of those figures. If you look at it outside of the formal figures quoted by the CBN, and you just think of the informal, take to my mother, take to my brother, that cannot be accounted for, Edo State has a huge place in whatever is happening in the Nigerian diaspora. So today, without much ado, I want all of us to stand in our pride of place from where we come from, in that strategic location that is at the heartbeats of Nigeria. We should stand and take our pride of place. Are you from the Kukuruku Hills? Are you from the land of the Babalemians? Are you from the great part where we have moved the earth and we are in the Guinness Book of Records as the race that has moved the largest man-made earth structure? Wherever we are from, we are all from Edo State. So sit back, relax, and watch this. But before I go, hold that thought and think about what happens beyond 30 years. What is your vision? Because that's more important than the first 30 years. Thank you very much. As we stand on the shoulders of giants, I'll let you be now.
That's Omona BSc Dr. Loretta Uboroko. Yes, my people, I'll tell you, we've got a lot of spectacles today, a lot. At some point, we're going to be going to Italy, where we have the Benin Association in collaboration with so many others coming together to organize a wonderful Benin festival. At some point, we're going to be bringing you that. There is a young man, an Edo man, who is making so much wave in Europe. He's an Edo musician. He's promoting the Edo culture in no small measure. His name is Mafesto. At some point, he's going to be doing us some things that we love as an Edo man, you know, representing Edo very well in Spain. And of course, our brother 24 Beats, you know, will be doing something as well, because he's brought some artists from Edo State who, you know, the artist is going to congregate them, and they're going to be showcasing some of those things that we love. Of course, there are some eminent personalities, you know, in Edo State who are promoting our Edo-ness very well. The likes of Lancelot Odua Imaswen. You know, we expect to be here at some point, you know, to tell us where we are and, of course, where we are hoping to be. We expect somebody like Chief Ajas to join us at some point. You remember Chief Ajas of the, you know, old Hotel de Jordan. They lay a very firm foundation for, you know, our, you know, Nollywood or Beninwood, if you may, as it were. And of course, they've seen how, you know, the industry has blossomed. And we expect Chief Ajas just to come in and, of course, you know, tell us something. This is all part of celebrating our donors. I know that we have a group in Canada that actually will be doing something. So it's going to be a very, you know, beautiful program for today. So don't go far. All you can do is just, you know, click on that button, share, and share. And before I mean, let me introduce, you know, some other persons who are here. I may not be able to go through all the list, but as they are going to come on to do their talk, of course, we're going to be introducing them. But two other persons that are going to help us pilot the affairs of today are, you know, my brother, you know, the musketeer of the Comrade Show, one very many of us know very well. He's right in the house. I'm talking of none other but Comrade from my sister, Austin Iremira. But for the sake of this Edo at 30, it's actually Pharmacist Austin Iremira. Pharmacist, are you there, please?
Yes, I am.
Yes, I'm glad that you are in this costume. Hey, Bama, go ahead, my brother. Over to you.
Thank you so much, my brother, Comrade Landy. We are going to really do the do. I want to greet everybody and to apologize for coming a bit late. I've had a very crowded program. Like Lante introduced me, my name is Augustine Iremira. I consider myself the most important person here as far as Edo State is concerned. I was born in Benin City. I had my primary, secondary school there. I'm from the north of Edo State, and I'm married to a lady from the central of Edo State. So I'm a complete Edo man today. And I've decided to dress in this beautiful Isha regalia. In fact, the last time I wore this was when I had my wedding some 11 years ago. So you can see that me taking that position to say that I'm the best person from Edo State today, I'm not just making it up, I'm living the dream. And I'm so happy that we are celebrating 30 years of our existence. I see beautiful faces today on this show, and I know that our celebration will absolutely be unique. I will stop there, but to say thank you so much, Comrade Lamte and the team for making this happen. It's a pleasure, and I'm happy to be here.
Thank you very much, my brother. I am glad, in fact, you're already looking the celebration itself. Before much ado, I equally want us to know quickly that one of the other persons that will be helping us to anchor this program is Edo State Cultural Ambassador, you know, to the UK. He's here in the house. He's done so much. I'm talking of Ambassador Joe Egiamuso is in the house. Ambassador, please.
Thank you so very much, my honorable Comrade Lamte Ikmamosa Oriahi. It's a pleasure to be here. I want to appreciate everyone in the house, Edolites all around the world, for this wonderful, unique day. Now we have an opportunity to congregate and celebrate our dear, loving state, Edo State. It's such a delight. We welcome everybody. I want to believe that today's celebration will be one of a kind, one celebration too many that we will live to remember for the rest of our lives. So get your loins girded, get your seatbelt fastened, because we are going to go on the celebration train so that you don't get left behind. Welcome on board.
Thank you very much. That's the man some people call the man with the golden voice. Or Azebu, when you don't know, it's somebody. Thank you very much, my brother. Of course, we've got lots of other persons who are here, but importantly, I want to quickly say that we're equally expecting, a very noble prince of Benin Kingdom. At some point, he's going to come here. Whenever he does, we're going to stop everything to recognize him and, of course, open the floor for him. But before that, let me equally let you know that, like Loretta already said, we have, our Edo Commissioner for Arts and Culture, the immediate past, is right here in the house. Of course, at some point, he's going to be, giving us, a word. He's one of the, keynote address speakers who's going to be talking about Edo Ateti and what this means for us as Edo people. And with him, we've got a lot of other persons, including High Chief Musa Amedu, who is the leader of the Edo Diaspora UK, a notable, politician, in fact, a very erudite one at that, and one we should watch out for the future of politics in Edo State. He's been there, okay, but we need to watch out for him, and I think it's going to be positive. We equally have right in the house, we are going to be hearing from these people as we get along. I just want to introduce them. Edison Uyiboki Osifo, who is the leader, one of the leaders of ENO. ENO, well, he's going to be talking about that later. We have Dr. Sagi Egbinosun, who is equally a member of ENO. I think he's the secretary. And we have, but importantly, there are two key persons that I must talk about who are here in the house. They are helping to power this program, just like the Comrade Show. I'm talking of, the great Benin Kingdom media, GBKM, FM and TV. He's here. I'm going to allow GBKM to say a word. And we equally have Obaland. So immediately after GBKM, Obaland Television in Europe, I think in Italy, equally is a major, engine of what we are doing. They've been working so hard. They've been, everywhere as far as this program is concerned. As a matter of fact, these people are, in fact, the very true reflections of our donors in what they do. And of course, GBKM Media is in Canada, and we are looking at GBKM, leveling up with the likes of CNN because they're already blazing the trail as far as Canada is concerned. GBKM, are you there, sir? Just say a word, man. Just a word. You are always behind the camera. People need to see you this time. GBKM. Yes, go ahead, sir. Anything. That's Ken Bars. Yes, we can hear you, sir. You are there. That's GBK Media. We equally have another brother, Obaland Television. Man, these are wonderful people. Obaland.
I greet all of them legally.
About definition. Go ahead, sir.
My two are here legally from Obaland TV. Of his team. Today we know as they happen. We did for Rome. But as the whole thing they go on, we go to share for now. Everybody go to see what they popori as that man talking that time. So as we do it for here, we know say everybody already know say we know they speak the people go. We know say those states don't hear. Even fact, the government yesterday when we say they talk, they say they don't plant how many million self. Like I said, don't forget. Some of them will remember me.
We'll plant 10 million trees over 10 years.
You see what they talking about now. So that's another big progress too for those states. Before they say I'm saying that they plant tree because people don't know the value of tree. And the first year I say tree. Now what we say they give life. In fact, the oxygen who they breathe today now tree now they give one to all of us. So as it be today now, we could relate to now as they happen for Rome, as they do the carnival of Edo State for Rome today. So balance don't stand for their Kidiba. So they share the whole story, give everybody as within day here today for the whole world.
Thank you very much, my brother Balan. You've been working so hard. Yes, I'm really going to hand over now to Dr. Tony Agmonsev to just give us that small musical interlude. After that, then we just zero down to Commissioner Usaze Ero to lead us in.
And to everyone on this Zoom floor, and to all those watching all over the world. So, musical interlude, or you want me to get done with the short tidbit on Edo? So, which of them now come with Lante?
Baba, take the lead.
Yes, just before our immediate past Commissioner for Arts and Culture and Diaspora Affairs take the mic, I just want to go through this short write-up. It was actually rendered by no other person than our quintessential media czar, the man with one of the golden voices we all know, Uncle Sonny Rabo. He read it yesterday during one of the programs marking this event. So credit to him. He sent it to me last night. Edo State. Edo State, located in the southern region of the country called Nigeria, has its capital as Benin City. Edo State is the home to the Benis, Essans, Owa, and Afemai peoples. There are other ethnic configurations, though, in Edo State, like the Igbiras, speaking communities in Akoko Edo, the Shekiri communities in Ikpobaoka, Ijo, Izons, the Urobos in Ovia Northeast and Southwest local government areas. A small Igbo-speaking communities also exist in Igbanke in Orionwa local government area. Edo State was formed when Bende State was split in two to form Delta State and Edo State on the 27th of August, 1991. The name Edo was derived from the name Edo, which is usually a name used to refer to the Benis of the state. And this name was chosen to honor the ancient Benin Empire, which, like most of us know, has been in existence for more than 2,500 years. What we are celebrating today is a demographic arrangement that was created on 27th August 1991. Edo State is a cosmopolitan state with a large presence of urban areas, with Benin City being the largest city with a population of 1.7 million as of 2021. It is also acknowledged as the fourth largest city in Nigeria after Lagos, Kano, and Ibadan. The source is wikipedia.org. Other cities in Edo State include Abudu, Afuze, Auchi, Ekpoma, Ewu, Fuga, Ibilo, Igara, Igwebe, Irwa, Okpila, Sabogida Ora, Ubiaja, Uronigbe, and Uzeba, and others too numerous to mention. These cities and towns are spread across the 18 local government areas of the state. Edo State is an economically vibrant state, being the center of rubber and oil palm production, transportation, and furniture making is also a thriving industry. Edo people are very enlightened and resourceful. Edo State has a very large number of diasporas in Nigeria and abroad, and they contribute much to the economy of the state. with the 2017 figure standing at above $20 billion in the way of remittances. The people abroad and at home are known for their ingenuity and innovation, excelling and holding their own in various fields of human endeavor. Edo State is filled with various tourist attractions. Benin City is a tourist attraction, being the capital of the ancient Benin Empire. Other tourist attractions include a Mutan statue in Benin, River Niger Beach in Agenebode, Ambrose Ali Square in Ekpoma, Somorika Hills in Akoko Edo, Ogba Zoo in Benin City, the Jehovah's Witness Center in Datigeduma, and many others. The state is also known for its metal and bronze works, which has given us a global acclaim. Edo State has a number of tertiary institutions such as the University of Benin, Ambrose Ali University, Ekpoma, and the Federal Polytechnic, Auchi, and a host of other public and private higher institutions. The current governor of the state is Godwin Nowerase Obaseki, who has in 5 years transformed the state by opening up the potentials of the state to investors and encouraging the diaspora to come back to invest in the economy of the state. The governor has also made education a priority of his administration, especially on the foundational aspect of primary education. Other strides of the governor include creating a job portal and program to harness the huge potentials of the youth in Edo State. Talking about Edo State is not an exercise for a few minutes, but this is just a snapshot. Edo State, the heartbeat of Nigeria. God bless Edo State. So we just listen to this song and then we continue. A credit to 24 Beats and Edo music legends for this song.
No quizo si yo wayanine igore wayanine mata o waga mama o weke ni mose imunagare to e moizozo imunagaroba o weke ni morise
iko yere na se kyonkebe iko ya mi rukusa Ewo ni magamie. Imamie bo ni yagedo. Yano lega do ereko. Imotano kawe keldoye. Ewo nagi sobo media. Oyaya simye wama. Ona yidiani yesige.
Il vient de nous aimons, il vient de venir les binou, il vient de venir les binou. Waya radio teto, adogwa ba de le doyi, oba menu moku, oba menu moku, oba menu moku. Egwaro kitika, ambassador Norioba, His Excellency Norioba o, Turato Boba, Urakbe Boba o. Nudiamo Tokia, Opa no Enepe, Opa Nepo, Imayanga Oedo, Timari Tivieto, Ivieto Yanira America, Ivieto ni Canada, Ivieto ni UK, Ivieto ni Euro, Waya Radio Teto, Wado Guapa Teleto. Ah,
Ebony Maya yo Edu. Kwaba mandole toyi lo deba otuni kwaba dole wo ewo ni mayaga edubi ebyo ba kwa kara gawe lo deba otuni kwaba dole wo.
Wa madore o, Edori si agbon o. Atemi vie, eran kewona, Edo Mose, Edo Yeme o, Edori si agbon o. Ọmọ náà bá ẹwà rẹ̀ ò gidi gan, ọ̀sẹ̀ Edo koko, ọ̀sìn máa koko. Abado Boriri
Edo ene wuwa wari dare o Wari le o waguma kwa bado la dona yi O wani buwo pese Keki vi bozo ni bu Eya ki to wi to wa Alese ya Ni ron ya lazo wopu Eron ni bu Iya wi ari nyato Eso ganya du egan Eso gaso kumene mene ya wede no gaso nu wanori yu buto fiabo Wagegi leo wagema kwa badala dona yi Wagegi mwewe gbeze Witari ewo ibo Mari mone yari wa weri wa uta Adeguga yewebo Uwu gwalo demata No nyakpa ati osonge Na mari nyari ya eku Manemiye maye ona ya muogere Wagegi leo wagema kwa badala dona yi
Ebony Maya yo Edubi Kwaba mandole toyi Lo deba otuni kwaba dole wo Ebony Maya ga Edubi Ebyo ba kwa kara gawe Lo deba otuni kwaba dole wo.
Indeed, Edo State is calling on all of us to join hands together and keep our state on the path of greatness. Comrade Lante.
Thank you very much, my brother, Dr. Tony Agbansebafe. Thank you so very much. What we've seen there, what we saw there, was a congregation of so many, legends. We have so many of them, but a few of them. But as we get along, we're probably going to showcase more Edo legends, people who have contributed so much to Edo State. But right now, this minute, we want to bring on the former commissioner for arts and culture, Commissioner Osaze Ero, to tell us. Commissioners are Edo State at 30. How far have we come?
So I think, first of all, let me thank you so much for the hard work that this team have put together to bring us today. I've been following all your interactions, your meetings, your contributions, your suggestions, and all that you guys have been doing. So impressive. I want to thank you, and thank everybody. And please permit me to wish our sister, Dr. Loretta, today is our birthday, which coincided with the celebration of Edo at 30. You see how great people are. So, Dr. Loretta, happy birthday to you. I hope she hears me. God bless you for all the hard work. Happy birthday. We pray that God will continue to strengthen you with long life and good health in all that you're doing, and for the love you have for our state. Amen. Amen. And please, every other person that I've worked with, Dr. Loretta, and every other person that have contributed, I want to say a very big thank you. And again, this is an opportunity for me to thank all of you so much for your prayers and your support that you gave to me during my difficult time a few months ago. Waya Wawese, thank you so much to everybody. I felt the prayers, I felt the moral support, I felt the financial support for myself, my family, and all that you people do. I want to say thank you so much. I can't thank you guys enough. I wouldn't have been here today if not the support that I got from you guys. And of course, our able governor, His Excellency Governor Godwin Enogegase Obaseki, Oregilese, and he's a godsend to us, to this state. I'm sure you guys, when we have the Edo Summit in 2019 in London, when I came with him, being organized by Dr. Loretta and Yamu and a few other guys, I said it that in that meeting, before he came, that if we, by the grace of God, by the time Governor Godwin Obaseki finished years in office, and in other places across the globe, Edo people across the globe, we relocate back to Edo State. And it's happening. So I'm glad that you guys supported him, even while I was not there. You guys stood firm for the betterment of Edo State. Waya Wawese. And Edo at 30, Edo is a great state. Edo is richly blessed, with a lot of cultural heritage that is second to none in the world. Geographically, we are located in a blessed place, culture, heritage, and all that. We have the blessing from God. And I was very proud of it. And again, we are blessed with our monarch, one of the best undiluted monarch in the world. His Royal Majesty, Monoba Nedo, Uku Akpolopolo, Oba Eware II Nogidigan, Oba Atokwe. Am I muted?
He said.
Thank you. Okay. And again, every other traditional rulers from Edo Central and Edo North, we have the Onojo of Uromi, the Onojo of Upoji, and the Otaro of Auchi, Otaro of Igara, and all the traditional rulers that are working tirelessly in the development of this state. I want to say thank you. So the Edo Diaspora, if not for the government, the vision of the Governor Godwin Obaseki, we will not be here today as well. The governor saw the potentials of our culture. He saw the potentials of our Edo people in diaspora. And that is why he created our ministry at that time. And not just creating the ministry, he supported the ministry and everything that we were doing. Raising awareness, letting Edo in diaspora know the value of them being part of the progress of the state. Like Dr. Loretta said earlier on, no matter how we look at it, no matter how far we are, this is our home. This is where we come from. No matter how comfortable we are in Europe, America, in the UK, this is still our home. We have our families, we have our friends, we have everybody back home here. Even those of us that have taken our parents to join us there, home is still home. So I'm glad and very happy to see what you guys are doing in diaspora to be part of this government. And again, for the governor to recognize your contribution to during the election, he asked a team, he's showing a team to look at creating an agency or the Edo Diaspora Commission, which is very good. So I'm glad, this is our time. And we have a governor that is time his next 3 years in office.
My name is Sunny Irabo, a broadcaster, media trainer, and an advertising consultant. Join me as I proudly join Edo's sons and daughters in the diaspora in celebrating Edo State at 30. Let's look at Edos in the diaspora through the eye of media. Date, Monday, August 30. Time, 12 noon EST, 4 p.m. Nigerian time. Live at www.gbkm.tv or download the 100% free app GBKM on Google Play Store or Apple Store.
We are proud Edo people wherever we are. And that boldness, our boldness that we have is what takes us wherever even when we have challenges. We know we are very proud people. We are from a blessed culture. We are from a blessed state. And it's going to get better and better. With that agency, with the capable hands that are going to be there, the DG, the general, the chairman, and since the governor has created that now, I don't know his plan for the next ministry, probably just have that out of the Ministry of Culture, which would be good. Because even then, as commissioner, I told him that diaspora thing alone should be on its own. We don't just have a DG, it should be an agency on its own so that we can be more focused on benefit from all the potential from that on that aspect from diaspora. So I'm glad that this is happening. I'm really happy. I'm thrilled. And I want to thank you all so much for what you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Commissioner. I still call him a commissioner, but once a commissioner, always a commissioner, even though it's immediate past. Thank you so very much. I think that's very incisive and inspiring. Let me quickly remind us that we have a lot to promote our donors. He's in the house now. He's going to be doing something for us later. I'm talking of Manifesto or Hiagbin. Manifesto, just say hello to people so that I'm making a worry, man. You can unmute yourself, sir.
Edo at 30. I celebrate you all. Greater heights. No doubt.
High Chief Musa Amedu.
Being able to motivate multi-groups, multi-platform, plenty people, diverse views to start seeing Edo as a destination. I think that alone is a very big achievement because all Edo people, they are winners in their own right. And to now see their own Jerusalem in Edo State is a very big achievement. Some of us, before Edo, it was Midwest, from Midwest to Bendel. It was not progressive, but when you have your place, your own home, it makes a lot of difference. For example, if you go to Benin today, I tell somebody, my house is worth so million, they start laughing because that is overseas. But when you pass through Agoba Simi and see a man's house, then the value increases. And like you rightly said, we grew up in England, but we don't feel at home in England because they don't know us. They don't know our father's name. But in Edo State, from nowhere, I know if we say, Osaze, say, Commissioner, I know him. Agmons, I know him. And I think that the spirit of development, the diaspora has a very big challenge in the next 30 years. They need to create an Edo that can rival other cities across the globe. With the crop of people, men, women, At times, I don't call Loretta a woman. I say the leader of leaders. I don't say it to her because I want her to feel big, but she saw bringing people together from a different perspective, from mine, from yours. Before, it wasn't like this. We started all these things then because of boredom, racism. There was nothing to do. Weekend, what do you do? There was a time in England by 12 Saturday, all shops are closed. Sunday, no trading, but it has changed. Today, we now have a project that everybody must be involved for a better Edo tomorrow. Edo has those qualities you can call a state for now, but can make a country. Most of the East European countries are not bigger than Edo states. They are not, and they cannot be bigger. They don't have the human capacity. Here in Europe, here in England, we've all contributed our quota. But if we can take only a drop of what we've done in England back home, it will be a wonderful place. My complaint some time ago was that Edo was not safe. What did Loretta do? She single-handedly pushed Semusa handle the security matter. And I now discovered that the problem was huge, but not big. Two different things. And I think Edo, if we start looking inward, not sending money home to people we don't see or people who give out artificial narratives, we should also make it a holiday destination. You will be very surprised that Edo is already upgoing. Today, single-handedly, Lamte has introduced the solar light. It works. I never believed it would work. When he told me, I said, let's get somebody, let's do this. He said, no, we can do it this way. It's working. Security, I was there myself. I saw it. It is working. And rightly, Loretta, I would say thank you because you were able to pay tribute to people like Uzaze and other people who started the diaspora from the ground level. We have made so many mistakes, but we've passed all those now. The mistake we made in the past, we thought political solution would bring Edo forward. It has not. But Obaseki proved us wrong. And we must tell him thank you because if you don't have a corresponding template on ground, you're wasting your time. And that was how the APC here today started in Edo State. Started as AC. The diasporas were pumping money, but they were talking to the wrong people. Nobody listened. They took money from us on ground. They didn't recognize us. That led to the disgrace group. But today, I can assure you, I have seriously reanalyzed the situation, and I can confirm to you with the crop of men here, you can form the next government in Edo State and we can have peace. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. Forming the next government in Edo State. You are the leader of ENO. Tell us about ENO and what diaspora contributions can actually be to do a much better place.
Our honorable brother Lantin Ikmomusa Ehigiamuso, my adorable Commissioner Ero, who I worked very much with the Canada Convention, with the governor, the eloquent Chief Musa, our enviable Dr. Loretta. The list can go on. I want to wholeheartedly say thank you, profusely say thank you, because I like all that I've heard, all that I'm seeing, all that Dr. Osage Igbonosun has been passing to me. Edo National Association Worldwide, ENO, is an organization that comprises of all the Edo clubs outside of Nigeria. But as at now, we have about 58 clubs that came together to form Edo National Association Worldwide. And those 58 presidents elected me to lead them. And this is in the United States and Canada. And in terms of our home, Edo treasure, Edo tradition, Edo gene, Edo pride defines the epitome of success for anyone from Nigeria. in the United States, we are valued highly. And just like has been said by the past speakers on this forum today, we know that about 1.7 million comes from us to our home. I remember one of the governors, once said that the remittance surpasses the budget of Edo State, the remittance from those in diaspora. And we continue to push that, to work for that. Having jobs in Edo State, bringing business, promoting good health. And those are some of the things that I'm going to quickly share with you that ENAW have done the past 4 years. We go home every year, perform medical mission to about at least 22 cities in Edo State, up to the Wolves, Okbila, Aunchi, Warake, Ewasa, Ewu, all around. And then all the villages surrounding Benin. And we usually start in the palace. And we, last 2 years, we didn't go last year because of the coronavirus. No, we went. We came in March. We cared for about 25,000 Edos within those 2 weeks. And we've been doing land. It has to start from our children. That is why we carry out things like, medical assistance for surgeries and donations to perform surgeries and, school supply, supplies to hospitals and clinics in the deep areas. And seeing a group that I see here today, I know Dr. Osage Igbonosun has been representing, and you have few of the inner officers in this group also. I have always been in a state of dynamic equilibrium anytime that I hear of the achievement. I also want to pledge here and appeal to everyone, develop our home. Start by buying property or wow, just like Chief Musa said, and if there are problems like the one that is happening in Horomi now, Horomi community, we see that the government is involved and we have to continue to push. I am also a victim there, but I'm not going to bring that to this forum now. But we all have to continue to invest, continue to help bring development, because one of the model, one of the vision of any prudent Edo person is to make our homeland better. And we all have to commit to that. Committing to it is a daily, hourly, every second commitment. It's not just going. Now, Chief Musa also said, advice for people to go home. You cannot fix a problem that is inside of the house if you are on the street. So you need to also visit and make a change and join to help bring solutions. And luckily, we have a governor now that has opened a platform like this that listens. And our honorable chief, Commissioner Ero, portrayed that when he was there, going to his office, working with him on the things that we did. I want to appeal to all of those worldwide. Please, let us make our homeland better. Nothing, no assistance is too small. Even something infinitesimal helps. They say, little drop of water makes a mighty ocean. I will yield at this point. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Yes, thanks so much for all you've said. But I just want to quickly go on to your colleague, I'm sure the Secretary of ENO, Dr. Osage Igbonosun. Dr. Osage Igbonosun, we've come this far. What more should we be doing as a state to actually achieve that Make Edo Great Again vision of the governor of Edo State?
Thank you very much, Comrade Orehi. Let me just join others to congratulate us for Edo State being 30 years, and also to join to thank our woman leader, never sleep, Dr. This alone. Anyhow, I am the secretary of Edo National Association. I am the cultural director for Edo National Association worldwide. First of all, let me just piggyback to add to what the president said. Edison, he talked about the medical mission that ENA has been doing. They also to include that we to study Edo language. We'll be doing that. Also, donated medical supplies, provided medical supply for the COVID-19 and food. Also the Utekon Park, the ENA acquired Utekon Park, maintained it, and then handed over to the Edo State. So we be doing all this in kind of like in our own little way. Why I'm so happy now that this movement is on. This is 30 years celebration and beyond. So I'm so glad because alone we can do a little, just alone. Together we can do much. Because individually we are one drop. Together we are an ocean. So in the next 30 years moving forward, I think with us binding together globally, I'm so happy that Dr. Loretta, no, like I said, she don't sleep. I don't know what time she sleep because she's on the phone with you, Comrade Lanty, what you are doing. So I think sky is the limit for us. We are ready to work. We will spread the news to make sure that people who doesn't erase that now. Umagbanedo, Edo, Umagbanima. We are here to stay because with our togetherness, we can be able to move a mountain. I always love to use a quote, permit me, from Dr. Loretta. Because it has been a quote that people will say, a tree cannot make a forest, but she expanded it. A tree cannot make a forest. However, a tree can start a forest. So this our movement now. We are going to expand it. So I'm not going to stay too long because we have a lot of activities. So I thank everybody. I thank our former Commissioner Aero for spearheading this movement. It just like a matches to awaken us, and Dr. Loretta and the rest pick it up. So I thank you and I congratulate us for what we are doing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm going to quickly go to Honorable Commissioner Osaze Ero. But I'm going to go to him. Of course, Loretta's, what's it called, words on the tree is already, gaining momentum to the extent that I think I hear that, the Guinness Book of Record is beginning to take that into very serious. Credit to Loretta. Ian is able, they are registering that very seriously as something that should stand along with Ebonaze But having said that, Commissioner Usazero, I want to ask you this. Everybody seems to agree that the role of the diaspora in the development of Edo State is, it cannot be overemphasized. But one, I mean, you as one who is not just an motor, you are equally an omega diaspora. What do you see as the three major bans or major problems, you know, that may impede diaspora's contribution to Edo development, and what are the solutions? While the commissioner is getting ready to respond to that, Dr. Agbons, immediately after the commissioner, please do is it that feminine musical interlude or something? So we take a break from there, we'll come back, then we'll hit the ground running. And hopefully Mafesto is going to tell us whether he's ready to give us the first feel of entertainment. And of course, I want us to reach our brother Oberland to know if our Italian people are ready, you know, to take us through the program. Yes, Commissioner, sir, the three problems faced by diaspora that may be some bane to development of those states and the solutions. Commissioner Ero, please.
You're muted, sir.
Okay. Hello?
Yes, sir, we can hear you, sir.
Okay. I think God bless you. I think for me, I don't see problems. I don't see challenges as problems. When anything comes, we tackle it with us now. And every other, you know, ambassadors in Canada, Ireland, America, Asia, you know, and Germany and all that then. You know, once we identify people that are selfless, we just, okay, look, this is what we want to do. And I tell them, look, there's no money for this. But thank God that the recognition, I'm glad that people are still calling Ambassador Joseph Egiamusoy now as the Edo Cultural Ambassador to UK. And he's doing a lot of work with Dr. Loretta and every other one of you. So that was good. So the idea was that, you know, we should have a database of all the Edos in diaspora, the professionals, their associations, their best program for the governor. We can reach out to them to say, this is what we need to do. And of course, they will help. When the governor was supposed to come to London, the same thing, we talked about it. And he came. I'm glad that he came. He came to London. He visited the Edo people in Brussels. And there was a meeting in America as well. Because by the time you bridge the gap and you're able to relate with your people, the problem is half solved. So when they are relating with you, when they want to support you, they already know you, they believe in you. You know, so three things I identify is that, one, we have a governor that has a vision and he's there for the next 3 years. So we need to give all the full support to him. Another beautiful thing is the agency that he has commissioned, you know, and he has given you people the task.
Okay, we may be having
to identify people to lead it. The DG is the chairman, another step in the right direction. So by and the meetings that we need to, things that need to be done. So I'm glad we have able hands that will be there in that commission, so they'll be able to identify it. Then again, like we said, this is our home. You know, no matter how comfortable we are in diaspora, this is our place of home. This is our rise of abode, and we need to come back and do the little we can. There is a challenge when people came, when we were talking about festivities and all that, inviting people to Edo State, to Benin City, talking about the national festival and other event that we did. People kept asking, talking about security. I said, yes, we have security challenges, but the same thing, same challenges we have everywhere in diaspora. It's just that Edo is peculiar. And you can see that the governor has tackled that held on now. You know, bringing up the indigenous or communal vigilantes. I've been in Benin for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, in and out. You know, I'm glad I see them on the street, see what we're doing. And, you know, apart from the Benin Ochi Road, every other places, crime have reduced. So there's a lot of things, you know, the challenges are there. It will continue to be there because that's part of life. And we shouldn't let that deter us. But like I said, once that agency is inaugurated, we have the chairman, we have the DG, we have the officials. That is direct involvement with the diasporans, with the government. So I'm sure, the problem will be resolved, and we identify them and tackle it and work on it. But the most important is for us to work closely with the Edo State government, with the governor. We need to support him without doubt. And that is why it's throwing the ball back to you guys now to say, okay, let the diasporas come. Let them have a commission or an agency, to identify those problems and work closely with them. So I think that's my take on it now, my brother, comrade.
Wesi Baba, you and me, I think it's a beautiful take. I'll say, I think the issue of diaspora agency is very much, floated, of course, by everybody now. Of course, the governor of Edo State did flag it off, and I know that preparations are ongoing right now to, set, the matter, the table very well. I know that there's a steering committee already working very hard, to give proper direction, to that agency. And of course, we can see how much, people have been working to put all of this together. Look, nobody asked me to say this, but I think that, with the job somebody like Loretta has been doing so far, I think Loretta should be a proper consideration, for the Director General of the agency, because she's already doing the job anyway, and it's part of the job that has brought us here. So I just think that it will be proper to let Loretta, the government should consider someone like Loretta as the DG of that agency.
Done.
So that this job can continue, hitch-free. But having said that, I hear that Mafesto is ready to give us some thrill. But I want to quickly recognize Ken Oloye. He's in the house. He's from Belgium. Ken Oloye, can you say
thank you very much? Thank you very much.
Hey, now your face with this. We hear your name, but we don't see your face.
My commissioner, hello. I greet you.
What's up, bro? God bless you.
My ICC brother, welcome.
Yes.
Dr. Loretta, thank you very much. And Lante, you guys are doing a very great job. I really appreciate you guys and be part of this team. Welcome back, my commissioner. Lante, go ahead. Thank you very much, Lante, for recognizing me.
It's good to have you.
I'm honored. I'm honored, Lante.
Thank you so very much. That's Ken Oloye. If you don't know him, I'm about Migba, but he makes most contributions.
My commissioner is there. God bless you.
I know.
He's a gentle giant. He likes to stay behind and just press the buttons. Things work with him, really. If you are like Oloye, una never, you don't need more. You are okay.
Fantastic.
He's a man from Bendel schools. And without Bendel, there is no Edo State. Ken Oloye, I know you love to work behind the scenes, but you hold a very critical ace in anything diaspora, because everybody who went to all the Bendel schools are people who listen to you and people who look up to you for direction. So you can't just run away, because I know that's what you are going to do. Speak today, please. Speak today to what you think is the way forward. One thing that the Diaspora Agency can do that can change the lives of all Edo State people across the world, especially in that critical area of education, the schools, which you are versatile in.
Like I told you.
Apologies, but I know he's going to run away. So let's.
No. You've said it all, and I'm so proud, happy to be part of it. Like I told you this afternoon, at the end of the day, when they formed that Diaspora agency, we are going to work with Edo State government, like shadow government, when you have the part of entertainment, health, security, which has been ongoing. So by the time the governor inaugurates that, I think we take it to the next level. We are ready. Edo State is ready. Edo State Diaspora is the #1 in the whole world, wide world. So I'm proud to be part of it. That's it. And I want to thank you, Loretta, for your hard work. You are a leader, and everything about you, I like you. Thank you very much for recognizing me and making me be part of your team. Lante have said it. You're already the DG, no two ways. So it's not, we don't even discuss about that at all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Once of the time, we forget.
Supported.
Edo is moving forward. Mafesto, are you ready for us, sir? First art. I know that the Italian people are calling signaling over there.
Yes, of course, I'm really ready. It is such a great privilege to be, to be in this program today. And I want to use this channel as an avenue to say a very big thank you to each and every one of us gathered in the house. Honestly, Rome wasn't built in a day, and the journey of 100 kilometers has honestly begun with these wonderful steps. First and foremost, I want to say a very big congratulations to my Honorable Commissioner Ro. You see, that man is, I think I used to describe him as a man from another planet, but living amongst men. He's an exceptional personality. When it comes to issues that affect the youths of Edo State, Honorable Ero stood tall and was able to write his name, in the sands of time. And I want to own him to him. People still describe him today as a commissioner, oftentimes, even you okay, commissioner and former commissioner, you don't even know how to say it, because he actually was one of those persons who understands the nitty-gritty and everything that is actually needed to bring everybody on board collectively and holistically as Edos to achieve what a common goal. And so I owe it to Commissioner Aro. Thank you very much, sir, and thank you for all the support you have given to all the youths in Edo. Awesome. Loretta, thank you very much, my wonderful sister. I've not met you before in person, but I've heard so much about you, and I want to admonish you to keep the fire burning. Anyway, Lamte has been a brother and a friend from way back, and we have been able to, in our different endeavors, we've been able to distinguish ourselves. In my own little way, I took it upon myself to help in projecting and promoting the rich socio-cultural heritage of the Great Benin Kingdom. And growing up, there were a lot of things that I saw that I actually never liked. And I said to myself that when I eventually get to that level where I'll be able to handle a few things, I will try to contribute my quota to the society. And that's what I've been doing, from different angles. First and foremost, I have been able, myself and a few others have been able to bring Edo music to the Western world, and even the white people now sing along with our songs. So for me, that is a plus, because we have projected the language Edo, and we're carrying it everywhere we go. And secondly, I've also tried in my own little way, because over time that I've lived here in the diaspora, I discovered that there are a whole lot of artists and entertainers in diaspora that are doing so well, recognized here, but nobody actually knows them back home. So I also felt that there was a need for me to create an avenue using my own channel to create that avenue. That was why I introduced the Manifesto Unplugged, the annual program that I usually do every January, to bring all of those together, to bring the old, to serve as a bridge between the young and the old. I bring artists from Edo, within the traditional music circle, the hip hop circle, and also bring some artists from Lagos and incorporate everybody together to see how we can be able to put our heads together, to harness potentials. But thank God, so far so good. Commissioner Ero was part of one of the editions, and I'm sure he was pleased with what he saw. And we are also taking it upon ourselves to see how we can encourage those people who have contributed immensely in the area of entertainment, to the growth of our dear state. And so in our last edition, we also felt it was proper to recognize those that have done it in the area of music, in the area of the movies, and every other person doing so well. So we thought we carried these things, and then we said, okay, let us bring these people while they are alive. Let us encourage them. It should serve, as an avenue it should serve as a way of encouraging the younger generations. When people are motivated, in administrative policies, when people are motivated, the results, are always, very, very huge. So I felt like it was proper to motivate these people so that we can also help to reduce the number of youths on the streets by way of bringing them into entertainment, because a lot of them will be doing so much. People will be doing graphics work, people will be doing the dancing, people will be playing. So into this area. So thank God that a couple of people like Commissioner Ero and others, saw the vision in what we're doing. It was selfless, and a lot of people actually encouraged it. That is on a lighter note. So, but before I leave here, I have just one single area I want to really touch on. The cleanliness of Edo State now, because the government have been able to do so much in so many other areas, like the security issues, you know, are almost becoming a thing of the past, because that area has been seriously tackled, you know, to its barest minimum. But I want to suggest, because myself and my team, we're already doing something in that regard. Lante took up a challenge and he changed the scenery. He created an avenue where people now see solar energy in their neighborhood. We are those. Oftentimes, we don't need to wait for the government to do everything for us. And the government is creating that ambience where people can really come into the system and showcase whatever thing they can bring on board. And while doing that, you must put it behind your, you know, you have it at the back of your brain. Like, I'm doing this thing selflessly because I also need to think of what I can help. I mean, what I can do to also project the good things that are happening in my state, not only what the state can do for me. With this, in this regard, I have also teamed up with my team to create what we're doing now. We're creating waste bus along the streets. You know, so we are selecting some major streets in Benin. We're going to kickstart very soon. We are preparing all the waste bus. We're going to team up with the government. Waste bus. People can no longer eat along the road and drop their waste on the road, blocking all the drainages in the state, thereby causing more problems in the area of erosion. So those that are eating or doing anything along the road, they should be able to take their waste bin, just the same way we practice it here abroad. So when you're eating something, you know that from here to that next pole, you will have a waste bin, you drop it in there, and there will be a team to always collect this thing. So that is another area where I'm working with my team, and by the grace of God, you know, this no, he married though. I love you, my love you are in a no, he married don't. Blessing your son with this wonderful tune this afternoon. Oh, yeah, we're not going to you wait to talk with you. Put some sorry, no money go there. And I'm going to hey, you be tired. Never gonna know. Hey, yeah, you go. I'm waiting. I am where my bona, yeah. I want to amazing. Glory up and go. Neck, no. I see you, neck, no. I see you, See maga like do now no ma maga like do now we maga like do now maga like do now was wetin maga like do now ko we maga go ma awi we no to gbo yo o tonu sayi na egbo ye de Bayawa domo, Kokpake kan magaya yekel.
Baby, I'm oh yeah, my woman. If they know I know what they want, if we are not getting it, was a wago me. No, get on the door. Yeah, I love you, I love you, I know. No, they don't know.
I just said because you didn't share the video, you know, so the voice wasn't really coming out. So I just thought I just play it so that people can enjoy it. Marcos, thank you very much for your time. I'm sure we're going to come back to you. I know that the Italian guys are getting ready, but I want to hand over now to Dr. Tony Agbonseba.
Yeah, I don't know.
Going to take us through some other parts of this program. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Mafesto, my brother, and everyone. Thank you. I don't know if the Italian team, if they are ready, they can go ahead because they've been, you know, sending a lot of messages in the back room. So, Lamte, if you can just cue me on that. But why the Italian team in Rome, they want to come up, I just want to say this, that for every Edo son and daughter all over the world today, kudos to you all, especially those in the Diaspora working group who have been working tooth and nail since all these activities began. People, Edo sons and daughters in Australia, in Japan, in Mali, in Burkina Faso, in Abuja, Lagos, all over the place, in America, Canada, UK, all over Europe. In fact, we just can't begin to mention the name of countries everywhere, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, all over. In fact, Edo treasures who are actually this activity that is going. So I just want to say big ongoing. It could be writing one stuff, bringing one idea, going for one the other. Everyone is being a proper teamwork. And like is often said in management, together everyone achieves more. And somebody have also said, and it's one of my favorite quotations, he said, even illness, when you take the I in illness away and you put a W there, it becomes wellness. When you take the I away from illness and put a W there, it becomes wellness. So it's been real teamwork. And I just want to say thank you all so much on behalf of our lead, Dr. Mrs. Loretta Oduware Oboroko. Thank you all so much. So Lamte, I don't know if the Italian team.
Thank you very much. I just got a word that the Italian team will be ready in about 5 minutes or so. But before they come on, I want to hand over the baton right now to my brother, Ambassador Joseph Giamuso, a cultural ambassador, to United Kingdom. Ambassador, 30 years down the line, how far have we fared?
Well, thank you very much, comrade. Thank you to everyone in the house. Edo State, for obvious reasons, remains the heartbeat of the country, Nigeria. Like we always say, what's the use of the body when the heart does not beat? Over the last 30 years, a lot has happened, no doubt. The evidence abound for the blind to see and the deaf to hear. Edo State, from history, is a place that I particularly describe as the home of culture, the eye-opener to the Black world, and the gateway to civilization to the Blacks all over the world. Now, the journey from Midwest, being the only state region at the time created by plebiscite and legally created unarguably. From there, metamorphosed to Edo, Bendel, and then Edo and Delta. We have so much that has evolved over time. I remember that the greatness of our empire was one of the resources that we had, was one of the attractions of the British to come into our space. If you remember, that was the time the British had Michelin just formed, and they needed the natural resources, which was rubber. And our homeland was the place where rubber was discovered. And they saw the need to come and source for raw materials. Now, agriculture has been great for us. One of the great strengths for the state. There is nothing you can do without food. But over time, we seem to have, that seemed to have taken a back burner. But the transformation, the progress that we have made over these years, if you look at the times of Bende, called Bende #1, a lot of things made us to be so. Until tomorrow, that celebration still goes on. From sports, agriculture, education, that's where you had the like of Great Uniben or University of Benin with the acronym Great Uniben. So educationally and in all sectors, we have been a great people. And that has trickled down to where we are now, even as Edo State. A lot of things makes us to be referred to as the heartbeat of the nation. Now with those journeys that have been embarked upon, the transformation that has brought us to where we are now, we have seen that for the very first time, there is a recognition for us as the diaspora. I'm particularly excited that the huge resources in human capital, skills, knowledge, experience available to us Edos in diaspora is now available for us to take back home to help in taking Edo to the very next level. And this, of course, cannot be divorced from the great vision of our leader, the governor of the state, His Excellency Governor Nogaya Obaseki. And as we have rightly referred to earlier on, that the trailblazer for this diaspora thing is the commissioner right here with us and with all the things that he has done. So I want to believe strongly in terms of those journeys that have been made, the successes that have been achieved to where we are now. That is the time for us to pull all this together, export them back home in collaboration with the government on ground to help with the full transformation and taking Edo State to the very next level that we want it to be, that we will be very, very proud of. So we are on a good course. We're in a good place. We have the resources in human and social-cultural abundance for us to be able to achieve this. So there is no doubt in my mind that we are ready for the journey ahead and to achieve all that we set for Edo State to be.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Ehigiamusoe. We have somebody who just came into the room now. Oh yes, it's the Prince himself. Yes, Prince Ekme Iridiawa is in the house. Domosa, can you hear me? Domo no one. Yes, sir. We actually had said where anytime we're just going to let you talk to us. We've been on this program at Edo State at 30, and we are very privileged to have you join us. Though we've announced that you'll be joining us, and of course, Edo people like to hear a word, from you. Edo is 30 years old. Edo State, by way of creation from a Bende State. And of course, we are sure that you would have some message for Edo people, looking at where we are coming from, where we are right now, and where we hope we will be some years to come. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, my brother. And I congratulate every Edo person who is logged in at the moment into this wonderful session. Edo at 30, I remember 30 years ago when Obarediawa, in the cause of Edo State movement and the launching at the stadium with Chief Igbenedion being the highest contributor. I was a young boy. I was excited to see them bringing money in central bank boxes. Different level. And I'm sure that the diasporans, the Edo diasporans are a major part of what is happening in Edo today. I think the last election showed the force of the diasporans, even though prior to that, the diasporans have not been taken or put in the front line of change, true change in Nigeria. At this point now, I believe everybody is more aware, and those are more politically aware. They are more politically active. And it can be, you can't find it better in the country that Edo, as small as we are still a trailblazer in democracy, in political activity. So it is time that we speak truth to ourselves. And the governor that we have I've been in Nigeria for the last 4 months, and I believe that my prayer will be sustained going forward by whoever follows. And I'm sure in the next 5 years, Edo will be the little London we always refer to it as. I think I will stop at that for now. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I tried to log in prior to now, but it was difficult until Dr. Loretta triggered me again. I said, let me try one more time. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
and
sir.
I wish us very, very, very much success in Edo, and I wish and pray for Nigeria especially, and that the good Lord will bless this country that is already blessed with good leadership and people that can speak truth at all times. God bless Edo, God bless Nigeria, God bless us all. Thank you so much.
Amen. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. We are glad,
thank you, sir.
Really, really honored to have you with us. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
You heard what I said, rape.
We can see you, Mr. Oloye. Anyhow, we are moving forward. I don't know if we are ready from Italy. Oberland, speak to us.
Yes, the coordinator, all of them still put things together. From the invitees, they say they land for airport, so they pick them from the airport. I think I get one activity which is just for airport. That is Baseki. They will say welcome, ma'am. I would just like to share that one first. Because what we say for ground, the time we say they try to wait to see what we say in one take place at the moment. But make a quick share this one with all of us we say a day here now. For here today for now, because the airport authority is they get some problem with them. So now I don't tell the coordinator of the crew we say go there, they go meet with the airport authority, so I mean the first take permission from the airport authority. Because they don't know, say the people who say the organizer, they don't take permission from the airport authority, so that they forfeit their live broadcasting well. So the short clip we start get from the right now. But meanwhile, they put everything in order. Maybe in the next 15 minutes, we will meet up with the real crew where we say they take the coverage. I think I will pass over again for the report. Manuel.
Thank you very much, my brother. But I bet make you work on your audio. The thing they chop small. You know, we know they hear well. Even with the thing we play now, you know, it just the audio they break one kind.
Okay.
We'll work on that so that we will get a better, you know, audio output later.
Okay. Do that.
Thank you for your efforts so far. Yes, we're going to go to Dr. Loretta Oboroko. Dr. Loretta, we're going to come to you and we're going to put you in the spotlight. Okay? There's so much advocacy for your candidacy as the DG of the Edo Diaspora Agency. If and when made, you know, considered by the governor of Edo State, you know, we hope in his magnanimity we consider that, when made the Director General of the Diaspora Agency, what would you do that will help advance Edo development and move Edo to the next level, particularly in fulfilling the goal of the governor of Edo State of making Edo State great again?
Comrade Orahi, you have really put me on the spot. I must admit. It's an interesting question. I think over the past few years, I have come to realize that if we want to make things better, we should look in the mirror. And then when we look in the mirror, we should realize that, like Tony pointed out before, one tree, that is us, cannot make a forest, but one tree can start a forest. So, along those lines, I think that for the Governor Godwin Obaseki and his team, it is clear what they want. And what they want is that Edo State becomes like our host countries. When I say host countries, that means the countries any of us are in the diaspora. If you're in the UK, if you're in Canada, anywhere at all. That is their dream. That is mega. However, how can mega happen? Mega cannot happen just with them or by them alone. And they realized that government and governance is dependent on the people, but more so on the diaspora. And why is it the diaspora? People say, oh, why do people think you can fix things? When I was growing up, my father used to tell me that traveling is a part of education. I didn't understand what he meant, but now I do. Because you go to places where you see things being done differently. And I'm a lifelong learner, and that's what we should all be. We should all be open to learning. So when you see these things being done differently, you ask yourself, what am I doing right where I'm coming from? And what can I shift home? We are all professionals in our own right. Whether you crossed the Mediterranean or whether you went from Agadez through the desert, it does not matter. There is something you can add somewhere, wherever you are. This is a background to answering your question, Lamte, because I have come to realize that the singular and most important thing that can galvanize Edo State well beyond 30 years, even though the celebrations was deferred at home till November, understandably because of COVID, but it is symbolic. It is showing that it is not the actual discrete figure, but the mindset well beyond 30. What is it that we need to do? The answer is simple. The answer is also symbolic. The planting of those trees is like the sowing. You know, it's like you putting a seed down and you are going to reap it many years to come. But the planting of a tree does not make a forest. It has just kick-started a forest. As we grow the forest of physical trees to salvage our physical environment, so must we grow the forest of every Edo State indigene and friend of Edo State across the world. There you have the answer, Lamte Oriahi, and every single person watching us today. The first and most important thing for us to do is to pull together. We are too fragmented. Fragmented we fall, united will stand. You go to different places, and I have found that you have Edo State people in Germany, for instance, but you have 10 Edo in diaspora organizations. You come to the UK, you have your John Waring Council, you have the Edo presidents, you have the ENA, we are so divided. However, that in itself can be a blessing, depending on how we employ it. And that is why I'm pleased that this 30 years has created an awakening. So for anybody who gets the assignment of the DG of Edo State in diaspora, I, in my opinion and from my experience, believe that a harmonization, a unification, a healing is the first and most or a Loretta or an Usaze or a Lamte. It doesn't have to do with Yusuf in Australia or Palma Lebewa in Australia. Neither does it have to do with a John Olo. It has to do with those things that make us stand out and take charge. So not just liberating Edo State, but Nigeria and the African continent as a whole. We must find a way to harmonize these small organizations. As a member currently of the steering committee for the creation of the Diaspora Agency, we are not taking this lightly at all. We are working on a pathway that will harmonize everybody. But because we understand that people are scared of losing their autonomy, the ENA president does not want to lose his autonomy. As a doctor, the autonomy of every human being is very important to me. We are going to create a pathway where people will be able to function in their discrete role. United Nations approach to the Edo State diaspora. We're going to find that once we can do that, that is going to snowball because we are going to bring our diversity. And that's why I said it's actually a blessing. The man in Italy understands very well the burden of being trafficked, the effects of trafficking. A lot better than the man in America who came in on an aeroplane into the Western world. So you find out that in formulating policies, we need the opinion and experience of the man from Italy. Even if the American has the money. And therein has been our bane. Because you would have found out long ago that the American will rush home and implement a project on trafficking that he or she knows nothing about. What I'm saying is that anybody who takes on that seat as the DG of the diaspora has to be able to explore the strength of every Edo State person and friends of Edo State across the world and bring them together. And that dovetails nicely into a proper database. We need a proper database. And we are the ones who will do it for ourselves. And it's already there. We just need to sieve it. So, comrades and friends, everybody watching, everybody here, my prince and brother, Ekwe Ewejewa, our brother, Commissioner Osaze Osemige, they have told us we now need to translate these things to action. How do we translate it to action? We will translate it to action when we have a doer and less of a talker. But a doer who also understands that they do it alone. For me, while you tell me my ideas, I won't hold it. A doer who is selfless enough to know that Tony has connections in the embassy. I will go to Tony with his or her ideas and say, look, I have these ideas. Tony, can you implement it? A doer who will not hold things to his or herself. That is the kind of doer we need. And finally, when there is an information gap, rumors will take precedence. So I'm telling every single one of these media people on here right now, from Nebo TV in Canada, ISK, Great Benin Kingdom Media, The Comrade Show, Edo World TV, Obaland TV, Western Gidigba for Italy. We should begin to get ready to bridge the information gap between government in Edo State and in the diaspora. As we get ready to work with the government in the states, we must also get ready to raise our standards. Because one thing any DG of the diaspora should not do, in my opinion, is that they should not compromise standards. If you want to get things done properly, you must find how to do it in a new way. We can't keep doing things in the same old way and expect results. So, my dear brother Lanti, I hope that with these very few points I have given, it is clear that there is a pathway that anybody who chooses to become or who is chosen to become the DG of the diaspora, there's a pathway that they can take. And that pathway can be summed up in what I always say, one of my favorite quotes. And that quote is that our shared humanity is the true religion. So don't begin to discriminate and say, oh, these Edo State people, ENFA translated, they don't have legal status. I won't associate with them. I will go to the professors in the school hall. No, that is an incomplete DG of the Edo State diaspora. That's not what we want. Instead, we are looking for a person who will lift those people, lift their brain power. And mind you, they are unwilling people. They are always there. But it's your task to be tenacious and to hold out a hand and an olive branch to everybody. This is the one main thing that will take Edo State to greater heights beyond 30. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Loretta. Anyway, I leave that. I leave the remaining summation for my opponent to answer. You know, when you said just now that I hope I've been able to convince you, you reminded me of those days when we used to do school debate. You know, I hope I've been able to convince my opponent that. So I leave it now for my opponent to answer. Anyway, let me quickly say that we have, you know, we are very humbled and glad to have His Excellency Ambassador Matthew Biki in the house, all the way from Tanzania, and I'm immediately going to, you know, hand the baton over to him to say a word to us. Ambassador, sir, this is a live coverage on the Edo at 30, you know, the Edo Diaspora at 30 Diaspora Global Celebration. Over to you, sir. Domo, sir. You are muted, sir.
Thank you, comrade, for having me on your show. And I must tell you that I'm very, very excited. I'm just coming from where we went to pop champagne for the 30th celebration of Edo State. And by the grace of God, tomorrow morning we are having a mass where we pray for all Edo worldwide, especially Edos in the diaspora. Having said that, I must tell you that I'm very, very excited because this working group, Edo State Working Group, and this celebration at 30 has now made me to know my brothers and sisters that I didn't know before, spread all over the world in various professions, you know, being able to make Edo proud, you know, because they are stars in every of their chosen career and every of their chosen field. I'm very, very proud. And I must say, good evening to everybody in this program. Osalobuano de Bawa. And may God continue to bless Edo State beyond 30. That's what I will say for now. If you have any questions for me, please. I wish to mention also that I'm a member of the steering committee and especially a member in charge of engagement with the diaspora. And I've been calling all this while that whoever have ideas, please send it to the diaspora website so that we can take it. It doesn't matter what ideas you have. Like Loretta has said, Edo State is for all of us, and there is no Edolite more Edo than any other Edo. To put it that way, there's no Edolite more Edo than any other Edo. We are all the same, and working together in unison, in unity. There is no mountain that we cannot subdue. So that is what I'll say. So if you have ideas, please, the time is running short. Send your ideas. If you even feel that I should cut my mustache, that it will make the Edo Diaspora Agency function better, tell me. I will gladly cut my mustache if that will make Edo State move forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. As a matter of fact, I think you should even grow it more. That probably will do Edo better. Thank you so much, sir. Domo. Meanwhile, Commissioner Ero, we're going to come to you shortly. There's something you are going to speak to, because this celebration is, for me, a lot of people, you know, we see celebration, but I see a mixture of celebration and sober reflection, because we are not where we should be. That is the truth. We should have been a better place. And there are so many things, you know, small things here and there that sort of militate against our growing, against our moving forward. One of them in recent time has been the issue of land grabbing. It's been there, but today it's a topic of, you know, debate, to the extent that the government is taking the matter, you know, very seriously, though we've not started seeing the action of government in that regard. Commissioner Ero, I'm going to, you know, ask you to speak to this, but just immediately after this small, you know, 1 minute Afemai music interlude, you know, you're going to come on, sir. I just want to prepare for it. That's why I mentioned it. There's a matter that is on the top burner right now as far as Edo State is concerned. But let us listen to this song or music put together by our Afema people.
My name is Sunny Irabo, a broadcaster, media trainer, and an advertising consultant. Join me as I proudly join Edo's sons and daughters in the diaspora in celebrating Edo State at 30. Let's look at Edos in the diaspora through the eye of the media. Date, Monday, August 30. Time, 12 noon EST, 4 p.m. Nigerian time. Live at www.gbkm.tv or download the 100% free app GBKM on Google Play Store or Apple Store. My name is Sunny Irabo, a broadcaster, media trainer, and an advertising consultant. Join me as I proudly join Edo's sons and daughters in the diaspora in celebrating
Okay, that's a short one from our Afema people. Beautiful music. It's part of what Edo represents. I do know that Ambassador Matthew Bikiu Waifo and Loretta would have to join. A very crucial meeting or session, COVID-19. However, I'm equally informed that our Italian people are ready. I want to appeal to Commissioner Ero to just give us a moment. Oberland, are we ready with the guys from Italy? Because all you know what they crucial.
Let me try to connect with them right now on the screen share. Let me try to do something now. 1 minute, please.
So please, I say once again, if you are an Italian citizen, you have Italian passport,
Will you hear them?
Oberland, your sound, the sound, the black waiting the pressing neck.
Sorry,
I don't know that I can tell you up here.
Oberland, can the person on ground just connect with us directly? Maybe the person just join us for this Zoom floor.
Okay,
directly.
Can I confirm that?
Please confirm that. So I'm going to go to Commissioner Ero because we're not really getting the benefit of this right now. Send the person the Zoom link so that the person will join us directly.
Okay, let me confirm that.